brought to you by the color purple.
What? What's a purple pizza?
What?
I don't know. Purple pizza.
You know, I've pasted this YouTube link in 6 times, and it's definitely not the password.
Oh, I didn't loop it, guys. I'm so sorry.
Good job.
What the hell?
Man, we're just falling apart.
I quit.
The
I'll
falling
see you guys
apart
next week.
crew, that's who we are.
Keegan, do you want to hear a story about me doing some really bad troubleshooting?
Did it involve mushrooms?
No, usually all of my stories don't involve mushrooms.
They could.
Usually all. I like the availability for flexibility.
Yep.
You don't want to close any doors permanently.
I like the way that evolved.
My ABS is going off randomly in my car, so I went to go.
Put it on fire.
I went to go inspect, and I'm like looking at the brake fluid levels, and I was looking at a few other things, and I'm like, well, I wonder if I have a sticking brake pad. Let me see if any of my rotors have any engravings, like a vinyl record. Stick my finger on the first caliper or on the first rotor, not realizing I'd just driven, burned the ever-loving shit out of the tip of my finger.
Oh.
I've done
I did it yesterday.
Well, on the plus side, now you don't have fingerprints, so you can rob a bank.
Yeah, they would only not be able to identify me by my left fingerprint. My left,
Yes,
one singular finger.
So do it with one hand tied behind your back, and then it'll also be a better story.
No, but he can only use one finger, though. He can't even just use only one
fair
hand.
enough.
He has
It's
to
one
tie it.
finger on my off hand.
So
Like, it's...
okay, so then just we're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna have to commit.
Keegan, why
a
do you know
little
what I
harder
can
this
do with
time.
one finger?
Look, I'll drive the car this time.
You
We'll
do
commit
know.
a little more.
How's the pan frying of the pizza going? I'm really intrigued by this.
Quite well. I'm currently looking at my liquor cabinet.
Oh. But that's not a pizza.
It is not.
Could be.
No, Frank. It's not.
Yeah, but we're in a universe where anything could be everything.
That's right.
Damn.
You know what?
Then I guess it is a pizza.
This is not a song. It's a
Yep.
And on that
I think that's
note,
it.
last time,
Tell us what we did last time.
you played a song sandwich. Yes. Last
Kind
time,
of.
you
She got
guys
better.
went...
And then
That's one
worse
way to
again.
put it. You guys went through a haunted house, which totally didn't have any mimics in it at all, ever, in any way, shape, or form.
Wasn't even part of the plan.
Wasn't even part of the plan. And then you went to the main city to go tell your findings to your mother and Malhoun. And then the next morning happened. You went to go question the guy who sold the drugs. And then made your way to the council chamber where you're supposed to meet your brother Malhoun. Your mother was dead when you got there. Motionless. Fully dead. And then you were attacked by Chromatic Wolf. And I mean there were plans for everything. Everything.
Plans within plans.
Like,
Like the
Yes, it's like the mimic. That plan for the mimic is if it got revealed, you just don't use it.
It's a decent plan.
So from
Good
now
save to
on,
do.
we should just keep it to ourselves when we see something.
Or we should have a.
TSA.
All I learned is telling the truth gets us in trouble.
Or we just have a quick sidebar in a different room that Mike can't see what we're saying.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I'll make us
You
a
just-
second
you just-
Discord server, guys. Hold on.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Thank you.
Did you give that one nitro? I really want to hear you guys in HD.
No.
Trust me, it's worth it.
No one gets nitro.
We're all
Never.
about a semitone lower in real life.
Yeah. Anyway. So you got there. Mal shut up. Malhoun left through a portal. You don't know where. And then you went to find that your mother was not dead, but was affected by some magical dagger. That made it so that she couldn't get healed. You were able to stabilize her though, and continue to stabilize her on the way to find a cleric that would be able to cast Greater Restoration and hopefully fix things. Fix what's happening. You did decide not to tell your father about this. Not
Did
to
we
like
tell
hide it from him, but not. No, I believe it was not to say anything.
I sent a raven that said that mom was stabbed. We're gonna be fine. Bringing
Yeah,
her.
we definitely decided to send some
You have to do
notification
things though.
against my better judgment.
Oh, okay. Could have sworn. Roll the tapes. I'm
Yeah.
not rolling the tape. I'm not rolling the tapes. No. I'm gonna say, no matter what,
The audience deserves
that
to
you
know.
did. No, they deserve to know nothing. Literally.
Roll your own tapes. Go back and watch
Your
the
own
previous
joint
one.
audience.
So, you arrived at this town, the town of Turim.
We're in.
Thank you, Turim.
Jerome.
Where you meet the priest that's supposed to be helping you and your father, and you end up going into a little side house, and the priest would begin to cast Greater Restoration, make sure your mom was okay, and kind of lay her down, try and cast a little bit of healing magic. And that's where we've started. You have successfully saved your mother by going back in time. Congratulations.
Our version. We did it.
Emily.
You do know and you feel in your heart of hearts that whatever that thing is that you killed to do that does exist and does know where you are.
And he was totally fine with it because he's a G, right?
Seemed pretty cool.
He was like, man, that was totally worth dying. It wasn't painful at all.
I mean, you could just wait and see. Just stay where you are. I'm sure it'd be fine. Never move, forever how long it takes.
Never grow. Never
You
develop.
do-
And, we should
Never
get him a
apart.
fruit basket ready to thank him.
You do know you do have a good idea of where it is though as well as a bit of a balance. You can tell where it is, it can tell where you are. You know it's at least a day out.
Could I leave it some pumpkins as like a thank you?
It's like when the fellowship
could.
puts the ring on and everyone knows where they are, but it works both ways.
Kind of.
Yes.
I don't like
Frodo's like, oh good, the tower is still in order.
it.
I thought it might have moved. But yeah, so here you are in this house. Your mother is still unconscious, but stable, fully stable, 100% stable and cured. Your father is just kind of sitting in a chair. He doesn't look angry. He just looks relieved
How long has it been?
that everything seems to be okay. It's been maybe.
Yeah, wait, what?
What do you mean?
Dad wasn't here before. We sent a raven. That takes time. Him getting here
Oh.
takes
Then it took
time.
Sorry.
us time to get
You guys,
we didn't send
you
the
guys
raven.
made it sound to me. That's what I said when I said you hadn't contact. I'm
We sent
sorry.
we sent a raven.
Okay.
But we sent a raven before we left. He would have left a little bit behind us. I don't know how much faster he'd go.
We're gonna
That's
go
what-
back to the original plan either way.
that's
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
wondering.
I
I
thought
don't-
that I had misremembered it and that he was supposed to be here. That's what I thought everyone was
Oh.
saying. Is like he was
No, no,
there.
no, no.
Let him know.
This was-
No, no,
Okay.
no. Yeah, we let him know. He
Okay.
didn't, yeah. You were correct.
Okay.
We confused you.
Okay.
You were correct.
So he's not here.
Teleport scroll.
She's He's stable. He's not here, but he would be on his way, more than likely.
He's brooding the whole way here.
Now this is the scene. Yes, he's angry.
Sitting in his carriage.
This giant space marine in space marine armor shows up at the door. Where is it? No.
Wrong house.
I told you guys not to do this.
He brings the dead raven.
No.
So, I take it you're mad.
That raven was Gabagoolio's best friend.
Where's
My
Harvey
only
dead?
friend.
No, he shows up in a Batman costume and says, "Where's Harvey dead?"
Sure.
That's what you.
It's either got to be that or like screaming Adrian, one of the two.
But yeah, so he's not there. But this is the scene. The priest is currently tending over your mother. This is the original scene. Mother's wound. She is stable. It looks like the Great Restoration has worked. She hasn't come out of being unconscious yet, but it looks like in a little bit of time she'll be able to wake up.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna punish us super hard there and be like, so she's dying now.
No,
Like,
no. You did the thing. I'm not here to punish you for it.
Last week and this week, I changed my mind.
I was confused earlier. Boom, she's dead.
That's how it goes.
Was punishing you.
That's it. You know what? Now she's dead.
See?
Perfect. I bet he won't double down and make her a mimic.
No, but the floor's a mimic.
You know
though.
what? Fine. She's the next boss.
You know what? No, she's the big bad.
Even worse,
But
we
yeah.
never got out of that house. We're still there.
This is all a dream.
No.
What would you like to do in this situation? What are you guys doing? I explained the scene in front of you. I want to know what's
I'm assuming
everyone
she's not woken up at all, right? Like it's been.
doing? No.
I'm using my alchemist supplies to help with whatever healing elements are needed for Mom, or stabilization elements are needed for Mom.
Sure.
I'll be watching over her and tending to her as best as possible.
Razor's been plotting his revenge.
How long are we allowed to stay here? Do we need to like barter stuff or pay stuff?
You're good. As far as like payment goes, you're fine.
This is a counselor who has had an assassination
Yeah.
attempt.
It is a pretty high profile assassination.
You know-
attempt.
You know what,
Just making sure it's
Gabagoolio?
covered.
Get a bucket of water and then heat it for no reason.
Thanks.
Grisor, go get some clean towels to dip in the hot water for no reason.
There's magic in this world and like legit miracle healing. It just doesn't, you know. Someone else go
There
get
was
some
magic.
ice chips.
There's magic in the anime I'm thinking of where they have it. It's Full Metal Alchemist.
Go get some water. Plotting his revenge in the tub.
Yeah, definitely.
Who
Okay then.
is
What?
there? I don't really. Is there anyone to talk to or like anything?
I mean, there's the priest there if you wanted. There's a couple of guards outside. If you wanted to, you can talk amongst each other.
We know it's Malhoun.
If you're
but,
saying,
like, we have
if
no
you're
idea
if you're
where-
like if you're asking where's my direction, this is just like a talk amongst ourselves. This isn't like I'm not saying what's the next thing you guys want to do story wise. It's just like I just want to know. I just want you to set the scene. Like, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Gabagoolio, let the city guard know to expect Father and direct him here. I suspect he's hustling.
Maybe stay the hell out of his way too.
He's not a violent man.
I've seen him mad. You should see him.
I mean,
with some potatoes.
Everybody gets mad. He's just not a violent person. He fogs. He takes
does.
care of us.
He does.
It's usually our mother who's the one who's advocating that we do more violent things. Not that she also is violent, but by comparison.
It's a terrible cycle of violence.
What? We have good parents. Who raised
right.
you?
We're doomed to repeat the cycle on our own children.
We're never gonna break it.
Alcoholism sucks.
What's happening? Why
We're
are you
all
bringing
having
this
big-
energy into the
But
healing
and then
area of
she
healing?
didn't die. I don't know how to feel right now. Is she gonna die?
Okay,
again?
all of you go do yoga and do extra meditation or something. Jeez.
I guess calm emotions to look for mimics.
How? How much do we need to be trying to like get some money together? I know that cleric services are very expensive.
It's on. I mean, she's a counselor. It's on the house.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't need to barter our ownership of the town.
No.
Guys, it's a fantasy world. Just try to imagine free health.
Universal healthcare.
Yeah.
I listen.
Sorry, bud.
You shut the fuck up.
Some things are too fantasy.
I
We
like
don't even
how
get to go. We don't even get to go shopping soon. So be quiet. I would be.
I'm so sad.
I would be
I'm
on the
sorry.
lookout for, I don't know, just any weird activity.
Okay.
I go around.
Like that thing that's chasing us eternally and trying to kill us.
Forever.
I'll keep an eye out for overtly conservative people who might not like the free healthcare we're getting.
Do I know like?
That's the taxpayer money you're using right there.
Would I be able to like recognize anyone allianced with Malhoun, or like having gone to some of the councils?
No.
That's fair. I
Because-
don't pay much attention.
You don't. I don't think you. Anyone you thought of, like, you were friends with Malhoun. You can't think of anyone that was also friends that seemed like shady off the top of your head. He wasn't. I mean, until this happened, he was a
How
very
long?
liked individual.
When did we know him before we met him in game?
Yes. A little bit. Whenever you would go to the.
You know what I'd be doing then? I would be like, and I'm not saying that I'm even gonna get to roll or try, but what I'd be doing is scouring like every memory I have of Malhoun and trying to see if like retroactively in my mind be like, he always felt like an okay guy, right? Like he never like did anything before, I don't think. Like I'm just checking all my own memories of like, did I ever feel weird around this guy or?
No, I mean, that's one of the most surprising things. You scour your entire
Yeah.
memory and you have never, and he was also very good friends of your father and mother,
Yeah, like I
as
feel
far
like
as you know.
I feel like a family friend just kidnapped one of us. Like,
Yeah, like he was even the person who taught us stranger danger. Like,
you know what I
don't
mean?
think
Like,
that's true.
it sounds like he was very good friends with our parents and was always around, and now he just killed our mother, and it's like, he was an uncle.
Yes, I mean,
A
that is
symbolic
accurate.
uncle, right?
Everything you're currently saying is accurate, yes.
was he the cool
Maybe he
uncle?
was possessed by a demon.
That could happen. As someone who's kind of possessed by a demon.
Oh, you should ask your demon.
I think I did. I don't
He
think.
did. He didn't know.
Yeah. Because I think I already did that.
That was part of what you did. Trying to figure out where he went.
Yeah.
And you must not be friends with a terribly powerful demon.
I think he's terrible and powerful.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he could be too powerful, and that's the problem.
It's true.
The other demon's too minor and just doesn't know him.
Huh, like the what's your name again kind of demon?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
You would, as you are talking, hear from the door one of the two guards be like, Roger, welcome here. And
I
then
guess I'm not doing
he's
a very
like,
good
he's
job keeping
stuttering.
looking if I'm also keeping part of the conversation.
I look to see if anyone else is hiding. Oh
No,
shit,
he's on the door
Dad's
to the
here.
left. You were kind of, because you know, so you, if you're looking
Did we
specifically
hear
for the
him
wolf.
approaching from about 200 feet off, just like
If-
boosh.
No, he didn't seem like he was aggressively stomping towards you. No. And also, Anam, you were looking towards. You know, the wolf is to the east because you know its general location. So you were probably looking more out the eastern side.
That's fair.
He is coming through the door to the left.
Yeah, we're being chased by a wolf.
Chased by a wolf, and you guys are scared of a man who's never physically abused us or raised his voice at us.
He's here.
To be fair, the last person who was that close to us in our life who didn't raise his voice at us just killed our mom. We're a bit shooken up.
No, she's alive.
Rare.
Julio.
This time.
Well, yeah, but we have a wolf if there's a next time. It brings some belief to that.
We're gonna take this all out on that wolf.
We should start playing the lottery every single day, and then that way when the wolf attacks, we can go back a day and win.
There is no lottery.
That can't be true.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Okay,
So
what
you're
kind of high stakes gambling we got then?
your father comes in and looks over towards your mother on the bed and just like without saying a word walks over and kind of looks, make sure she's stable, and then looks over at you five and also the priest and just, thank you, all of you. I'm sorry I wasn't there.
Is she
It's
here?
okay. No, we couldn't have known.
Can't be everywhere.
You're right. Still wish I was.
Daddy, do you know why Malhoun did this?
I have no.
We're 20 plus years old.
He's 5.
This is absurd.
He's like 3.
Mentally.
He's
Well,
mentally
also
handicapped.
Also,
Yeah.
He's not a
How old is-
savant. He's only been
what is-
alive 3 years.
Oh god.
I gotta give Mike at least one every game.
I do not. I am just as surprised as you are. Did you see where he went?
Through
he
a portal.
teleported away, but he left this enchanted dagger behind, which is what's causing the healing to be so difficult.
Then the priest pipes up. Well, the healing in a little bit should be fine. The greater restoration is set in. It just needs a little bit of time. You'll be definitely fine. The dagger isn't causing anything anymore.
What's the deal with the dagger? Like, what is it?
I can take a look at it if you'd like.
I thought I already. We learned that last
To
time.
the priest? Yeah, but
Was
you
that-
already know. Yeah.
Didn't we try to
But-
look at it and it didn't go great? Or am I
You
misremembering?
know-
that,
No, you learned that it is a dagger that can that can essentially stop healing.
Okay.
You know that, and that's also how you found out greater restoration was like a surefire thing. And you know that the attunement still exists, and there seems to not be a way to break the attunement.
Right, I remember that. Okay.
Maybe the dagger has something to do with the wolf.
I don't.
What
think so.
wolf?
I mean, I didn't
Think
think
so.
that until
Oh
you
right,
said
there's
it,
a
like,
there's
right
a time
now.
wolf after us.
Yeah, there's a
we killed
chrono
it
wolf.
once.
Yeah, Chrono Tiger.
Yeah.
It's a wolf.
Chrono trigger. Anyway.
To make a long story short, we found a man who had who was impersonating the soldier, the mysterious soldier up north, and he used to wear this cloak that made nobody remember what he looked like. So he would dress up like the soldier, then wear this to get away, and then he wrote stories of this deal he had where he would do that in exchange for getting the this monster, reoccurring monster, from coming after him. Well, long story short, the monster did stop going after him and tore him to ribbons. And now
we're
seem to
cursed.
have it. And now we seem to have it coming after us.
And we have the
The
clock.
odd part about it, and this is the really strange part, not that any of the other things were normal, is that we saw our mom die, then we killed the wolf, and we went back in time a day and saved Mother. And I'm just in a
Reese's
pickle
jaw
trying
just
to
hits the floor.
understand it. It is, honestly, it's been a week.
Freak as it's lowering.
After everything you say, it just keeps going lower and lower.
And then
Your
even
father.
with that free day, my brothers seem to have learned nothing. They are one
Wait,
day
wait,
wiser
wait.
without spending a day.
Ripple. Let's go find the fucking wolf. Maybe we can save Mom better and also get Malhoun.
Well,
It's already
only
been
took us
more than
back
a day
but
since
now
you
it's
traveled,
been
yeah.
several days.
You would just end up.
Do you think if
Doing
we
this
kill him,
weekend.
I mean, you haven't
do
done
you
it
think
more
if
than
we
once.
kill him and then kill him really quickly, we get to go back like 2? Like, what if we just wait
No,
for him to
we got him
respawn?
so fast. We got him so fast. He died really
We did.
quickly.
Right.
You're
He
trying to
killed him
like
quickly.
time skip. You're trying to time skip
Yeah, like
backwards.
if we kill him and go back, and then we kill him immediately again, and it hasn't been 24 hours, do we go back another day?
Leapfrogging time machines? I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't know how the mechanic works.
What if we
I-
kill him twice at once?
How far back do you actually wish
What
to go?
if
What if we kill him and then Brixham heals him, and then we kill him again
Why?
Let's do it for family.
for science?
I don't think science has much to do with this.
I would if what you're saying
How's the priest
what you're
doing?
saying he's passed out at this point. He finally just passed out. He's
Honestly,
like,
fair.
Look, I'm just having memories of this thing called a sphinx, and I don't know why.
If what you're saying, I mean, I do trust you. It's just that what you're talking about is a fairy tale.
Oh yes, the rhyme, and we tell him the rhyme that was written in blood all over the house. That was
Creepy.
really scary.
I mean,
Here's-
yes, that is that.
Oh
is
yeah,
something
here's that guy's journal who got ripped to shreds by this thing.
He takes it and looks through it. It's just. This is the first time I've heard of it actually existing. As far as the fairy tale goes, we would probably be wiser to try and get away.
I don't think that's.
I don't know. It
possible.
sounds like that's what this guy tried to do, and it didn't work.
And it doesn't
And
sound
also-
like. It sounds like we can kill him. We could just keep doing that.
I mean, we were in the city council chambers when the thing came after us. Where else would we go?
No, I mean, sure. I'm not saying in that situation. I just. It keeps coming after you, and there is a part of the fairy tale where it says it gets stronger every time.
But what doesn't kill us also makes us stronger.
Yes,
Forest.
except it's a singular wolf.
Out of character. I say each time we kill him, we tattoo a teardrop on our face.
Just wondering how many levels we can grind off this guy, you know?
Probably quite a few.
What do you say we don't go to the next town till we're level 18 or 19? The wolf keeps getting stronger, we keep getting stronger, win-win, right?
If I give you a level after every kill, sure.
Every 2 kills is fine. I'll kill that guy 40 times. What's up?
You know, I'm cool if it's exponential. I've got all the time in the world.
I mean, so He has a very hard time trying to think of anything to say.
Oh, don't worry,
It is a
Father.
lot of
Once,
information.
Once Mother's
It's a
okay,
lot of
I was
drama.
planning on going and seeing the Belmonts. They're good at fighting monsters like that, I suppose. Unless you know of a better idea.
I was thinking, I mean, the Belmonts are not a bad idea. I was thinking potentially Avirath would know what to do. Someone there.
Sure.
Who?
Avirath is the city that has the light that you currently
Across
call a
the
sun and the moon. Yes, across the scar of darkness.
No. I don't
You
think that's a
we're
good
strong
idea.
enough to cross the Star of Darkness?
I mean, well, you get there.
I thought we weren't allowed to go anywhere because there was an investigation.
I mean, that's probably going to be trumped by what
Yeah.
happened with
No,
Malhoun.
that's fair.
I
That
don't
makes
think-
sense. That makes sense.
And as your father is thinking, your mother kind
Wait.
of jolts up.
Ah!
Come on!
No!
Oh, she's alive.
God, it's zombie.
Enough, no!
Roll for initiative.
Turn undead.
Sorry, he's on edge. He's trying to track a wolf.
And she's dead. As the psychic dagger goes through her face,
Damn.
she's dead.
There she got the wolf again.
And she like
Guys, how
jolts
come we
up
didn't
and
reset?
she looks around, breathes in, and oh,
You got stabbed.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that.
It was really
Yeah.
traumatizing.
For both of us.
Okay.
Brixham hasn't stopped crying for days.
I don't know what to do.
I'm fine. I'm alive. It's gonna be okay. Don't you worry. So, the last thing I remember, a very trusted friend of mine stabbed me in the back.
Yeah,
Was that
would be
correct?
That is about that's
Literally.
about the sum of it. It's a really weird dagger too, one that prevents healing.
We watched it twice.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. When
That's
you
not
feel
true.
better,
We only
traveled
watched it
through
once.
time.
I, oddly enough, know about that. I do remember him saying something about that.
that we could travel through time.
Know about the Kronos wolf.
Ah, yes. There's a Kronos wolf, and because of that, we traveled through time.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Which isn't a good thing. Kronos wolf is not a good thing. This is
Oh, I mean,
I mean, in this one instance, in this one
yes,
particular.
yes.
and I mean, it's not like we really had a choice.
No. I'm not saying
If
I'm
you were
just
to be
making
attacked
sure,
by a
you know.
Kronos wolf, it was kind of at the best time.
that was the best
possible.
time. Exactly. And it worked. I do feel I just want to make sure that you understand. So, I've done a
Oh,
little
yes,
bit of a
it's a
study
big
into
bummer.
this before. This is when the fairy tale first came around. You know, about 150 years ago. I think that you should definitely run away from it if you see it again, or you can attack. Or try not to ever let it catch you. I guess if it catches you, you can attack it.
I mean, is that
Kill
just it then? It's just gonna chase us forever.
No, the part from one of the books I read on it says that if you can kill it, one of the ways that no one has ever succeeded in is killing it 20 times.
So we can't run away from it if we have to kill it 19 more times.
It's, you should not. I cannot.
Each or
Stress enough.
collectively. There's a lot of us. Do we have to kill this son of a
Just
bitch
stress that
100
20
times?
Well, so
That sounds
I
exhausting.
think that you should look for another way. I will say You all are obviously very strong as far as you were able to kill at one time, and you've done so much over the last year and a half, 2 years. We need to talk about exactly where to go, what to
Getting
do
us a car?
next. No, what to do next.
Why do you know what a car is? I barely know what a car is, and I go to school every day.
And she kind of gives the priest a little bit of a nod, says, "Thank you. Can you leave us for a little bit?" And he walks out.
He woke up.
He did wake up. He groggily walks out after everything. I know that I need a little bit of time to recover, but I think it's very important that we figure out exactly what we want to do going from here. I think that there are a couple potential options. We need to figure out, someone needs to go to the City of Light and warn them that a member of the Church of Sacred Fate has turned, and that there might be others.
Has turned
That's very important.
into
I don't know.
or against.
Turned away, gone rogue.
Okay.
If I had died, that could have destabilized, and from what he's done, that could have destabilized this entire safe zone if a counselor dies. And my theory is he also is behind the city council members trying to increase taxes to the point where no one can live here.
Then he has
So-
to
How would
worry.
they make money?
That's the thing, is I don't think that the city council members are smart enough to think about that, but I think he just wanted it so that this zone would no longer be a safe zone. It would destabilize it. So someone needs to do that and go to the city of Avirath. And
Shouldn't we
Some
all
of
do that
us-
so the wolf doesn't catch us off guard?
some of us need to go after him.
Where?
Everything leaves a trail. There's always a way to pick up a trail with magic.
Yeah,
So-
Ripple.
It's going to be a bit more complicated than just do I sense it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we should split the party.
I don't think that the 5 of you should separate. I think that you, your father, and I should go one way, and you 5 should go another.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we should probably. How strong
I
is
think the
this
Church of
Malhoun?
Light would listen to you more than they would listen to us.
There are benefits to both.
You've also got the stab wound to prove it.
And we can give you the dagger to prove it, if you'd like.
And if you do things, which I know you will, in the best way possible, you might be able to use that wolf to advantage if you go after Malhoun and something happens. Or if you go to the city, honestly, both ways, because it's not easy getting across the scar. It takes a lot of money to possibly pay someone. If you try and go it without a guide, then it is much more treacherous.
I say we go after him.
I think we should go after Malhoun.
Yeah, I think you guys should talk to the Church of Light. I think they're going to listen to you.
Well,
Nobody
I
messes
heal up,
with
we
the
can start.
family and get away with it.
be careful.
You guys want
And
to
I
go
want to teach
outside?
myself to teleport.
You guys want to go outside and chant family in an alley for like an hour and then get going?
Not
Yeah.
particularly.
For sure.
If you
We're waiting all day for you to say that, Capagulio.
I think I'm gonna go to the Church of Light.
and the party is split. 2 campaigns. If that is what you would
We've
like,
never been to that city, correct? Or have we?
no. You know that your mother was from there originally. But she was, when you all were adopted, you were adopted here.
You were
in this
adopted?
area. Yes, you were. What?
I believe that
I'm
was
kidding,
fully
dude.
established.
Adopted?
I didn't
look
know
so
that until
alike.
this moment.
Why would you wait until I was 35?
That's amazing.
At that point, just let it go.
Okay. I would say go towards, I mean, your first lead is probably going to be someone in the Exodar's city. I know the owner of the Dwindling Mage is a little more powerful than she tends to let on. If you give her a specific recommendation from me, she should help you out.
Maybe we could mage hand wrestle. Like an
I
arm wrestling match with mage
don't
hand.
know. You could try.
That doesn't sound like a real thing.
I don't know. Do you have mage hand? We could try right now.
It's been a couple weeks since I've looked at my spell list, but I don't think so.
I cantrip out my mage hand right in front of him, and I waggle a finger and
A
Gabagulio's
minor
face.
illusion, a hand back.
I have a feeling I know who's gonna win this arm wrestling match.
Yeah. Yeah, the mage hand wins. Minor illusion does not.
Okay, what if I use phantasmal force?
That's just
Yeah, no.
at this point we're just trying to kill him. It only would do minor psychic damage. He just would think he's losing the match all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Every time the minor illusion slams his mage hand on the table, he takes a bit of psychic damage.
Okay. Yeah, and if that is where you plan to do, I would suggest looping the long way, not heading due east, zigzag, just to kind of try and... The wolf will know where you are, but it might not always know the best way to you. It can only tell where you are every so often. I don't know the specifics.
That makes all of us.
But it is a period of time. It's not like it just knows where you are constantly. It is a period of time it takes, and then it will know where you are. And then a period of time passes, then it will know where you are.
Well, that's good. I barely even know where I am constantly.
Well, it should be the same for you, that you'll be able to know where it is after a period of time.
Kind of like after we use it, it has to cool down before we can use it again.
Does it get too hot?
I'm thinking so.
I
Interesting.
will caution you from fighting it too often, as it does get more powerful every time you kill it.
It's true, but as I told Father, but what doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
It-
Wait a minute. We only have to kill it to do that? Why don't we
20
just
times.
knock it out?
Yeah, keep it tied up and just bring it with us, you mean? And just...
No, I don't mean bring it with us.
I think
Never need it,
every
just kill
NPC controlled by the DM is telling us not to fight the wall.
Nah, it's
not
just
I'm
saying
telling
okay.
you, I'm telling you that you can, but
But don't.
I'm also giving you the information on the mechanic that it will get stronger every time it dies. So to be smart about it.
Yeah, so we don't need to kill it. We just, if it comes at us, we defeat it and then leave. Unless we gotta go back a day.
What if we, like, get people to run stakes in the opposite direction?
What?
You think maybe the wolf will eat the stakes?
But who's walking to put the stakes out?
I'm sure we can pay someone.
Think? I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think it cares about stakes.
I think it only cares about revenge. For what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Revenge.
I mean, I don't know if the stakes are the good idea, but you can definitely once you know where it is, you can try to throw it off of your track so it's farther away next time it knows where you are.
You think we can outrun it?
No.
No, but I feel like you could outsmart it for periods of time. Remember, it only knows where you are at certain times.
But what
At
if
certain
we as a
intervals.
group are very bad at avoiding conflict?
That's not true. Well, I guess it's more. Yeah, no, I was thinking more like you. Yeah, I don't think you're bad at avoiding conflict. For the conflict has definitely been thrown at you. I don't think that particularly means you're bad at avoiding it.
We don't always get the choice.
Sometimes we choose violence, though.
I didn't choose the violent life. The violent life chose
Chose
me.
We will try to avoid the wolf if at all possible.
That's smart. That's good.
I think we should name it.
I don't think that
And-
that's a decision.
Perfect.
You can. I don't think he's going to take. I don't think the wolf would care either way. If you feel like using a code name for the wolf, you are more than welcome.
Come and get us, Stan. I'm ready.
And it definitely, if something goes wrong, if something happens, you can always wait for it and try to redo something. Just be wise. All I'm saying is just be wise about it. Understood?
Clear as mud.
It's a free reset tool. If I drop my cooked pumpkin,
Roger.
I'll fight a wolf.
We're going to die.
I had an unrelated dream
Yeah,
about
right, no,
this
we'll
thing
use
called
wolf
save
fine.
scumming. So
Yeah, if the quick save slowly gets stronger and stronger till you can't quick load anymore.
it's like anytime you mess up, just wait for the wolf to show up and save scum that bad event, and then just keep going on with the campaign. Else keep running.
Use the case again.
We'll wait to use it until we're a couple levels stronger than it, and then we can like farm it back up to when it.
And we can just keep farming.
We just got to make sure that we outpace it.
Okay, so if you guys are going to go after Malhoun, your current lead is the dwindling mage in the city of the Exodar. Well, it is currently midday going into the afternoon. The last time you knew where the wolf was, it was to the east about a day, which is back towards where the Exodar is. It has not, you do not know where it is currently. You're getting a feeling as the day's coming to the end that it happens at the beginning of every day.
So how long does it take to get to the Exodar?
It's 2 days.
I wonder, is it worth waiting until, like, almost like start moving the opposite direction to try to trick him early? Like, just like wait outside this town? I don't know. Or should we just go? Because we're going to backtrack right into him.
Wolf?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I say we just. We got a zigzag, so we could always just go north and then cut.
We could fake them out and go like 4 miles to the east right before dawn.
We don't know if we could.
Are we gonna do
Do
one of our
anything, right?
traditional family sunrise hikes?
No.
I say we start every morning in the Underdark.
How will we know it's morning?
Good
Exactly.
question.
You don't
Yeah,
have
we
to
could,
know it's
like-
morning in the Underdark.
We could like juke to the north and then go in the correct direction, or we could
Alright.
go in the opposite direction.
Kreezor, fetch your cart. We're going for a ride.
Alright, toss me those keys, Ma.
Why would a cart have keys?
It does not. It does
Ma
not have
got me
keys.
the cart for my 6th birthday.
You're not 6th.
It was my sweet 6th birthday.
Well, technically, you started at 5, right? So technically, you are 6 or 7.
Oh.
It's been 2 years.
I think I might have been 7.
He's 7. He's an old man. 7 out of 30.
I do enjoy that in the time skip, none of us celebrated our birthdays.
Nope.
We don't know when they are. We're orphans.
Fair enough.
We've got default birthday. What was the default date?
1.
February 29th.
Damn it.
They did not work in a leap year. They did take the leap year out. Since there is no, like,
Moon
the days are
cycle.
just arbitrary. Just to make you kind of keep track of time.
Do we have seasons?
Certain places do. Depending
Weird.
on how wizards feel.
Weird.
It is weird.
I feel like an
there
old
are-
soul that I'm connected to, but not in any way related to, didn't realize that when he touched the beacon.
It's true. There are pumpkins here, by the way. I did make sure that there are pumpkins in this town.
Well, Kreezor's never leaving. All right. I'm going to go get a bamboo fishing pole and some twine capable of holding a pumpkin, and we're going to get this cart moving.
You should buy some extra pumpkins. He's swift.
Yeah,
Once
we
he
might need a
learns-
few extra.
Once he learns that if he stops, he can make the pumpkin swing, there'll be no end.
I'm going to get a bucket of green.
Real break heavy ride.
I'll also get a bucket of green paint and a bucket of orange paint. And I'll paint them all green so I can tell them they're not ripe yet. Whenever he's ready to have them, I'll paint them orange.
You know, you can also just
So,
get
like-
some like paint
All
removal
paint tastes like pumpkins to
chemical.
me.
Yeah.
Kreezor has like a +0 to intelligence, but a +2 to wisdom.
What's his plus to taste though? Does red
Plus
paint
5.
taste like blue paint to
I do have the
him? Or...
-2 on charisma, so
Oh yeah. He does have the lower charisma and the -1 to strength. So what did we actually decide on? Because some plans were thrown out.
We're going in a false
Is it-
direction.
So we went false direction and then going there.
Yeah.
So you would travel as it's. Are you waiting for the next day, or are you going to start by going in a false direction first and then camping out somewhere at
Yes,
that false
that one.
direction?
That
No,
one.
we're gonna go-
Yeah.
Yeah, then you'd be able to go to the false direction, take a spot, and then camp for the night and sleep. Everyone hit that long rest button. I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
too long rest, but hit it. Hit it.
And level up.
Nope.
Nice. 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 Let me look at my spells and see if anything is worth rearranging.
That's true. You can do that. Okay. As you long rest, the world ends again.
Nice.
The world ends with you.
Cool,
You
cool.
all wake up,
Okay.
and around you, you see what looks like
Whoa.
nothingness. And then a little ways past that, fog with glowing lights. And then way in the distance, you see statues.
Moon-sized statues. Or
Nope.
wolf-sized statues.
No, you can vaguely make out some of the shapes of the statues. They're like a human. You have a couple Duragar back there too. What looks
Not
like
a campaign
slightly
unless
more...
the fucking Durgars show up.
Who is supposed to keep night watch for the void?
I don't actually sleep. I
Uh,
trance.
Mhm.
So you're to blame. That's the first
Well-
thing we have to do in a situation is assign
No one
blame.
exactly remembers when it happened. Even the person on watch just like,
Just happens.
you were just here.
Yeah.
It just happened.
I don't think it's sleep related either, because I can't be put to sleep. So
Correct.
It's
It
something
just,
else.
you just kind of here.
It's
but
kind of like
yeah,
that
you kinda
memory
see-
thing we did. Remember that?
No.
It seems, it feels a little bit similar. Yeah, you saw,
That
God,
dude.
what was the memory you saw? Yeah.
We saw
No,
Goober.
you
saw
saw
them.
you saw your mother and your father talking on the battlefield, like from way before.
Yeah.
And Malhoun, you saw the three of them having a conversation, essentially offering your father a different way.
Yes.
That was the memory you saw.
Yes, that one.
This feels a wee bit like that.
A little bit, but not like you're not in a memory. You know you're not in a memory, but it feels kind of like that weird-ish, not out of body, but not 100% in body experience.
Is the
Do any of the
ground, like,
statues
front of
look
us
like
solid?
What? The ground does look solid.
Do any of the statues look like the ones from the cabin?
You can do a perception check.
If I was not in the kitchen, I definitely could.
Damn it.
What's your
Just do it from the
percent?
kitchen.
I rolled a 20.
No, you didn't.
Wow, that's crazy.
I
You
know.
rolled a 14 total.
Did I actually?
You can't tell. You can't tell. You did actually roll a 14, yeah. I rolled it.
Ah, thank you.
You can't quite make out it. It's a little too far away.
I want to walk forward.
You fall through the world and die. No.
Oh,
No,
Guys,
God.
don't walk forward. Don't walk forward. Wait for the wolves!
You
Mother fell through the
walk-
floor. We're gonna have to go kill the time wolf.
You walk forward
one man down, nonetheless.
and you what looks like kind of near the edge, near where the fog is, you see a figure just kind of sitting there. From the back, you see scales similar to a dragonborn, purple, kind of like a stormy weather purple,
There's someone back there. I'm gonna keep going.
sitting facing the fog at the moment. He's here. Sorry, he's like right here.
He's. Don't run away from a stranger.
That's where he was. He's right there.
Only one of us bites.
Back. The wolf can't find us.
Fan out here.
Sure.
Serpentine.
As I approach the fog over on this side, is the fog like cleared at all or safe? Or...
It looks like you could step into it. It's not gonna like kill you or anything. It's not gonna hurt
Death
you.
fog looking fog.
No, it doesn't look like death fog. Yeah, you get a feeling that if you were to step in, it'd be hard to get through, like to anywhere because of how dense it is. But
I want to
Looks
blend
fine.
in with it and kind of hide on it.
sure, you can roll a stealth check with advantage. Is it advantage? Yeah, melee characters can do that.
Jesus, I needed that.
Is that where Gabagool and I walk forward at all before?
Oh no, he will. I was just kind of taking it all in. I would be in the
Before you
near the back.
died.
Though. I wouldn't be that far back, but I would be near the back. Just kind of. I'm looking around to like. I'm afraid something's gonna jump out of the smoke and attack us. So I'm keeping an eye. I'm keeping a watchful eye around while everyone else is scoring up a bit.
You could also do a perception check if you would like.
I will.
As I'm walking, can I see
I'll do
anything in
it
the
too.
fog as well?
Anyone can do a perception check that would like to.
I'm not
Except for
doing a
Ripley,
good
you already
job.
did
Guidance.
I'm doing better than a nom. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, look over there, and you look over there, and you're not actually seeing the thing behind you.
Well, let's see if that guidance gives us anything from Bricks. That's looks a little bit better. You still can't quite make out any shapes in the fog. You do see what almost looks like a mechanical being statue. And then a drow statue.
A mechanical being. Like a humanoid? Or
Yeah, like a humanoid. I mean, I guess technically you know what Warforged are.
Okay.
They exist in very rare capacity, but they do exist.
I can also extrapolate what I know too, so like that's cool.
Hello there.
And the figure that seemed to be deep in thought gets a little bit startled and then turns around. It is just a dragonborn. What looks like pretty tattered robes all the way down towards his ankles. They are a grayish color. He doesn't look hurt or anything. It's just his clothing looks tattered. Turns around, jump. Oh, hello. You arrived a little earlier than I expected.
I didn't know we were expected.
Most people don't.
Why?
That's unsettling.
What is this place?
Oh, no, please don't be upset. This is
It's
Heroes
death.
Respite.
Are we getting punked?
This is Heroes
Cameras.
Respite. This is
Is
where
that where
heroes come to rest.
Heroes Respite.
What do you mean rest? As in the biblical sense, rest,
Do I
or
believe this at all?
You
There's a
can say
wolf
check 'em.
chasing us. Can he find us here?
I don't think so.
That's not.
He seems legit.
have I
don't
ever
think
heard
so.
Heroes Respite before?
I would,
Is the wall meet wall still here?
You can do a history check. What did you say, Frick?
I said, is the wall meet wall still here? Because Simon asked
No.
for a wall meet wall.
Not in this. I'm happy you recognize what this is. Not in this version of it. No,
God damn it! What's the point?
it morphs.
We're in another game with
you-
Belmonts and yet no walls.
So you
Right?
would barely be able to know that Heroes Respite is considered another. It's a rare. People have said tales of it, but no one really believes it. It's a place where specific heroes go, where they can mold the area around them and can use it for short periods of rest whenever it seems needed, whenever they need to think. They don't really choose when they go into here. It chooses when to pull them in, and normally there is some form of curator that helps them out.
Oh.
But as far as you know, it was just like it was a made up thing to make people be like, oh yeah, I'll be a hero and I'll
Yeah.
be fine.
I thought this place was a myth.
Most people do, till they're here.
Does that mean we get to choose what this place looks like, or does the place chosen for us?
Over time, you get to choose exactly what you'd like.
Oh,
I am your curator, I think.
you think?
I seem to have forgotten who I am, but I know you're your curator.
Oh.
Alright, so, like, little fireplace over here.
Is that it?
I'm thinking a gigantic dream tree, and I will not elaborate.
There's like, I want a little fire, like spot for my bedroll over here would be cool.
Why would you
Yeah,
want a
that's
bedroll when you could have a real bed?
'Cause I sleep better outside.
Not every hero looks for a house. Some people like it outside. But yes, this is a place for you to come for respite, as is the name. Apparently, you needed it in some way, shape, or form. I, as your curator, also don't get to choose when you show up here, which is why I was surprised. It
Ah.
chooses.
Will we be resting here from now on, or is it just random?
When you need it.
What's the food situation?
What would you like?
Oh, we must need it because we pushed ourselves to run from the wolf to throw him off our scent.
Potentially.
Interesting. I make notes.
Food is whatever you like. What would you like?
We can just imagine it.
Yes.
Roasted pumpkin burgers.
I'm gonna have that really good stew I had when I was in university studying on a cold day.
And it pops right up in your hands.
I show
Excellent.
him. I show him the
An apple.
recipe in my book for cheese elemental cheeseburgers.
And it pops right up.
And are they live cheese elementals?
Nope.
Cheese from a cheese elemental can be harvested. I don't
It
know
can
if the
be
burger is going to be good or not, though.
It's a proof of concept. It doesn't have to be good.
Interestingly enough, when you said the name cheese elemental, something did come back. Something at the edges of my mind. I'm familiar with this in some way, shape, or form.
Why is anyone familiar with this?
I don't know.
It's in my
Like-
book.
Not that I
Nobody
not that I
else can read your
experienced
book.
it firsthand, but it was something through proxy, I guess. That's what it feels like.
Huh. Maybe you knew my grandfather. This was his book.
Maybe.
That's
I
all
don't
I can
know.
think of.
I feel like time will tell.
Well, if
'Cause
this
in-
burger's good, maybe I'll have to make some of the other recipes too. This was just the most like anything
you
I've
want.
ever had before.
Sure. Anything, as long as
Something
it's not,
in here about
danger.
abyssal chickens too.
as long as they're dead. I don't really like.
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna-
technically,
I
you
just
know
want
what?
the
Actually,
food.
it's
I just
whatever you
want
would
the-
like.
I just want the food. I don't.
Yeah, is that the abyssal fried abyssal chicken?
It actually
What?
is fried
Right in the
abyssal
depths
chicken.
of hell.
Yes,
AFC.
we did once get fried abyssal chicken.
It wasn't fried in the
happened?
depths of hell, though.
No,
What?
What is happening?
you remembered what Hero's Respite is. I remember being here somehow through the lineage of my grandfather and this food.
What?
I like. this
Feels
is a
like
housing
home.
thing. So, I have used this concept before.
What?
The curator says he's done this before.
That's
Why
not
would
the case.
anyone have done this before? Why are you doing this?
Me? I don't.
How many
Not
burgers?
you,
Anybody,
him with the-
happened.
Him with the cheese elemental burger.
anybody else want one? They're actually not half bad.
Could I just
Sure,
have a
I'll take
regular
one.
cheeseburger?
Sure. And one pops up.
Thank you.
So, what heroic adventures are you on?
Well, we're running away from a wolf and chasing another guy.
There's about it.
More heroic sounding one than the us
The-
running away.
There's a
Heroically running away.
Heroes run away occasionally.
Like brave
well, see,
Sir
the
Robin,
Kronos
who
wolf
turned his
is
tail and
attacking
fled.
us. The Kronos wolf is
Kronos.
attacking us,
Ooh.
and we've killed him before, but every time we kill him, he comes back stronger.
Yes.
So eventually, we'll kill him so many times he'll finally be stronger than us, and then it's.
We're hoping to grind
Bob,
a
your
level
uncle.
or two before we die, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. We're not really
but
sure.
Also one of the most trusted men in our society, stabbed our mother.
Oh,
Who was very trusted herself.
Yes.
classic hero's tale. Now you're gonna go take him out, right? You're gonna get him.
We gotta.
Unless-
We're figuring out where he went. I'm also assuming somewhere along the lines we're gonna figure out why he stabbed our mom
And
and
that's
is sowing chaos.
that's all contingent on us not getting caught by the wolf before that.
Also,
No.
we get visions now. Those are
Maybe we
cool.
can have him and the wolf fight each other.
I feel
Maybe
like
our enemy's enemy is our friend.
I don't know
the
if we
wolf-
want the wolf to fight him, because then he gets to go back a day and
Oh,
find
shit.
us at whatever it is we were doing.
What if he killed us in the past? Do you think we disappear?
Oh, you're gonna be just getting that little walnut all wrapped around that question all month, aren't you?
A book appears in his hand, and he starts looking at it. It's like, it says that there was once a hero that survived Kronos Wolf through 19 kills.
He didn't
So-
do the 20th, huh?
He said he couldn't. Couldn't.
What level was he?
He was pretty powerful.
Like on
But-
a scale of 1 to
Did
20.
he choose to not fight the 20th?
No, near the end, he decided, essentially from 10 to 20, he decided to just go mano-a-mano for 10 days straight.
Oh, Lord.
He was a space
Maybe-
marine.
Maybe he should have just I don't know, taken a breather that final day.
Probably. Maybe
What was that
Right.
Space
Maybe
Marine's
back.
name?
it's not in the book.
Hmm.
What's not in the
We don't
book?
think it
I
was
think
Roger,
we can
do
trick
we?
him, guys.
Roger the Space Marine sound familiar?
No. I mean, I've never personally heard of it. Can look, see. I mean, most of the things in this book are from. Is he dead?
No.
Most of the
just
things
saw
in
him
this
a few
book are
minutes
from
ago.
past heroes who have passed. So if he's not dead, he shouldn't appear in here.
Well, he is still is a past hero. He doesn't do anything. He farms now. He's a farmer.
Pacifist.
So first off, heroes can farm. Second off, he's still alive. I mean, by past, I mean like, it is as at rest.
Oh, he's resting. He puts his feet up.
No,
He has a
dead.
straw hat on.
Is
He
he
sits
dead?
underneath.
Does he breathe?
Does
I
a Jew-
put my hand over his mouth. Shh, don't startle my brothers. If they don't want to think of our parents dying, our mother was stabbed. You lunatic.
Oh, sorry. I'm
Dad
not
wants
very
this
good
to
with you.
attack. I don't know what's gonna happen again. Probably.
What about a jukebox
I'm-
hero?
Got stars in his eye.
Yeah, that one.
No. No. So, do you know where you'd like to go? Where you're headed next?
Yeah.
Yes, but I, the player, have forgotten the name.
Could you put us on the other side of the rift?
I cannot move you, no. You'll come
Oh.
out exactly where you were before.
Oh.
Even
That's
if I
kinda-
stand over here?
I don't control. I make sure that it will make what you want
I want quick travel.
here. Can't do that.
But I want it in here.
I cannot let you go and use this. Like, I personally can't mold it in any way. This is used for rest. There is some forms of training, and he points off into the distance quite a ways where you see some more looming statues where you can fight some of the more prominent villains of the past to train yourselves.
Will we ever get
Is
exhausted?
that like a now thing, or is that like a later thing?
This is mostly a later thing.
It sounds
I
like
wouldn't-
time has paused while we're in here. Is this a hyperbolic time chamber?
No, it's a pocket dimension.
Time still passing then?
No, not really.
Look through-
I see.
But I mean, you will. So you can't stay in here forever. It's complicated.
I'll ask about it
I'm
next
still
time.
lost at hyperbola. Why would you use hyperbolic?
Hyperbole.
I'm aware of what hyperbole is. I just don't know why it would be a hyper.
The hyperbolic time chamber.
It's a thing.
So we're gonna get really strong,
We're gonna train for several years in an hour.
and then it's done. No, but I mean, this isn't meant to be. You can train in here, but it's not meant to be a place where you just like instantly get,
Swole.
an amount of strength. But if you'd like to just tell me what you'd like to see when you come back next, as far as any housing or sleeping areas, I can get that set up.
I want an ice cream sundae buffet.
I want a tree house in the magical dream tree that's full of.
I was gonna ask for a
comfy
treehouse.
cushions.
Can you actually like make a note of this somewhere? What you would actually like?
Even better, I can log into Chat GPT and I can ask for it.
Treehouse.
You could.
I want a Sunday buffet
This
room
is
so
made
large that it's also
with a map editor, so I'm going to let you know. I will go as close as I can to what you ask for, but I cannot do actually insane shit.
Okay.
Like a meditation
What?
chamber.
Sure, that's fine. Like, what would your character actually like for a house?
Who are you asking?
Anyone.
I
Like
would
what-
Treehouse
I would
overlooking
like a
the
dream
airport.
tree with a tree house in it.
treehouse, dream tree with a tree house. Sure, that works. Meditation chamber.
I
He's,
think
he's kind of walking around and taking notes with everyone, and he's walking.
Is that the house from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but in a tree?
Pretty
That looks
much.
like And then he walks
Ask
over
for a
and
really awesome treehouse.
I guess I'm looking at like a detached garage with a gym in it.
I got Chat GPT is saying a lot of people are creating images right now, so this may take a bit.
get wrecked.
I'm gonna
I
get
want
a
an herb
detached.
garden for all my potions and poisons, anti-poisons.
A detached
Detached.
garage off the tree. It's like right beside
Okay.
the tree that they're in.
Usually there's
Kind of
also a little bit of a.
wall,
Mhm.
a pumpkin wall.
Pumpkin wall.
Oh, I didn't
Sure.
realize it saves the art on the side with the prompts.
Yeah.
And as he's taking all the notes in, he goes to Gabagool. He takes the note and he like stands there for a second, and you see his eyes glaze over a little bit, and just like, and you see him kind of like as if he's almost regaining a memory, and he's just like, I'm sorry. Why did I want to say that?
I don't know.
Sorry. Maybe don't worry about it. I'll be okay. And he kind of starts wandering off.
What do you mean? What? You know what? I don't even have to. I can auto fucking telepathy him. He's in range of that.
Sure.
I was gonna be like, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Me? No. Like, you can't. What? I just telepathied you, man.
And yeah, he says, his words are, I don't know. I just felt like I had to say those words.
Don't do this to me.
He did it.
You can't just apologize and leave.
I don't know if that apology was even for you or for
Who else would it be for?
someone related. I don't know. You're something. Maybe you're what you asked for. You're.
Did you just apologize
I've
to
heard
the cheese
someone-
elemental that we ate?
I don't think so, but that's an interesting. Maybe it had something to do with you. I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is I needed to say I'm sorry in that moment, and I don't know why.
That's strange.
Yes, I agree.
We'll work on
I don't
this.
like
We'll try
not
to-
being able to control what I do occasionally.
We'll try to figure that out. I don't think I compelled you to do it, and I didn't see my book or my spatula light up, so I don't think my demon did it either.
I don't think anything compelled me to do it.
So as long as you're a free person.
I think so. Well, other than this space, as a curator, I'm bound here.
How is that?
It gives you time to think.
I
He
just
wants us
kind
to
of
bring you new clothes.
I just kind of forget that we're telepathying right now, and I'm like, huh. and then I say,
The two of you were like
out
looking
loud.
at each other. Yeah, I say,
The two
the two of you were like
out
looking
loud.
at each other. Yeah, and then you say, huh.
Yeah, we've just been
Um,
staring into each other's eyes the whole time, and I'm like, huh.
And I'm fine with these robes. They feel familiar.
Now, I'm
What?
zooming in on this person because they're really dark.
They are. They're like purplish.
Yeah, and so is the rest of the token. Okay, I think I'm out of character. I'm pretty sure I remember who that is.
He's the bodyguard to that guy from the Sphinx quest line.
Hmm.
Oh shoot, you're right.
At least that's the same token, but that's probably a default Dragonborn token.
I believe it is.
We'll have to find out as time goes on.
Yeah. Gonna walk over here next to a knob and I'm gonna be like, so you sense the wolf at all?
No one has sensed the wolf. And the curator would pop up. Well, I will get all of these things started. I imagine we've set everything up, explained everything. Usually that's first time for what I was able to read. Chances are soon you will be going back. Any last things before you leave? Before we see each other again?
We get like a monkey's
other-
paw up in here.
Sure. Do you want it legit or do you want it like
Oh yeah,
a
no.
fake one?
No, I want a real one.
Why would we want a bad thing?
We don't want that.
I want like a mild version of one.
No,
can wish
I
for
think
stuff
we can
that-
skip that.
We can wish for stuff that only happens up here.
How about instead a nice big family table for family dinners?
We can do
Family.
family table. I'll do a
That's in
family.
the shape of the word family.
I'll try.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put in the general chat family table that is in the shape of family. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I will see you all later. Maybe everything should be all set. I'll have some time to just kind of stare off into the nothingness afterwards.
It sounds sad.
I feel like I
See you
deserve it somehow.
That's also strange to say.
I know.
Should we bring you back a book to read?
You can try. I don't know
You
if
know
it'll
what?
stay.
I wish there was like an ongoing source of entertainment for you here.
Sure.
Whatever that means to you.
Can you think of something more specific? Because I don't know what that would actually mean. I'd have to think on that for a little while.
Cheese on Free Tokens Day.
I don't know what that is.
No one knows what that is. Very stingy.
A mime.
A mime?
Nice hot spring.
Or like a band that can play any
Which one?
song.
I could technically do all three. I
Hey, if you
appreciate
What
wanna
about
spend your
Razumajazz?
time with a mime, at least they're quiet.
jazz band, hot spring, and a mime. Okay, I could do that.
In an all-you-can-eat Sunday buffet.
Now I'm probably going to spend more time working before you come. At this point, I won't even have a break. That's a lot of things.
Yeah, but we're setting ourselves up for the long haul here.
Oh, okay, sure.
Think of how.
And honestly,
many
they'll
things
keep
you
me
won't have to
busy.
do next
That
time.
works. No, and it'll keep me busy. I appreciate it. Well, okay then. If nothing else, next time. And he starts to get to work as the fog kind of comes in. And within a few moments, you all find yourself back where you were in the field. It is now morning time. And you instantly, as you wake up, you feel that the wolf is close to the town that you were just in at that moment. But you also know it now knows that you were to the north. And at that, we're going to take our break. It's break time.
He dodged the
Beef
wolf.
and kitties.
You dodged the wolf. Okay, very bad.
Boy, I hope it doesn't go through town.
Well, I'm still not even sure that it like exists for anybody else yet.
I don't know. It's probably whoever's touched the dagger.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it only exists like to haunt us, kind of thing. So like, I don't think
Probably,
it can hurt
but I don't think the dagger has anything to do with it. We didn't touch the dagger when we
I
first beat
also don't think the dagger has anything to do with it. 'Cause I think if it did, Malhoun, I don't think he'd give us a chance to reset.
I think he's hoping that now that we have the dagger, the wolf won't chase him.
So you think he was the one who like killed him 19 times? It was like dressed up like a space marine?
Probably. It only makes sense, right?
Possible.
Maybe way too much food. What else are people up to?
Well, you know, just enjoying the world, figuring out what my tree house would look like. I'm surprised you didn't ask for amber fields of grain that you could just nap in.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't ask for like an actual field to till. Just garden in his
He-
spare time.
He was born to toil.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should tattoo that on him.
He yearns for the fields.
Yearn for the soil.
Child labor laws were a mistake. The children yearn for the mines.
If Minecraft has taught me anything.
Talked to Frank earlier. I got myself audited by the IRS.
Again?
Yeah.
Why are you
Exactly. No one pay taxes there, because that would be.
It's actually
Great.
an offshore tax haven.
It's not Heroes of Spree. It's for all rich people,
Yeah.
just so they don't have to worry about paying
There's
taxes.
Jeff Bezos' treehouse right over there. Or what was
From
it? Sorry,
Blamazon.
Beth Bezos.
Beth
or-
Bezos. Jeff Bezos from Blamazon.
Yeah. How come his treehouse is just a little bit bigger than ours?
Okay, so you woke up and you know that the wolf was near the town you were recently in, but he knows where you are now. So you have evaded the wolf. Are you headed straight to the Auchindoun? There we go. Words.
Yes,
Words
'cause
are hard.
we don't know anywhere else to go.
And it's the Dwindling Mage, which you've been in before. So you are able to make it there. If you head straight there, essentially you're able to keep pace with it. You would be able to hit Auchindoun, know that you have a day in Auchindoun where the wolf wouldn't be there. And set yourself up so like you enter it the day of.
I think that we should.
Or you're going to enter it at night, so it doesn't even know you're there.
I think we should go to the arena gate and fight this thing in the arena and win all the money.
You want to go to the south?
No, I don't want to do that because also if we beat it in the arena, we would go back in time and not get the money. So no, I don't actually want to do that.
Okay. But yeah, what time of day would you be shooting to enter the Auchindoun?
What, sorry?
What time of day would you be shooting to enter the Auchindoun? Time of day is now
looking to talk.
matters a lot.
Are we now nighttime people?
You could be nighttime. Could be daytime.
I think it kind of depends on who we're looking for.
No,
You're
he's
looking for
meaning
the-
the wolf doesn't find us.
Well, who you're looking for would be the proprietor of the Dwindling Mage. A shop.
So we want to go.
But you also know
during,
that they go to the
day.
tavern occasionally. Like you also know that you've seen them at the tavern, the Azure Tavern before. So it's like you'd be able to find them at any time of day, probably, unless it's like the random day where they're not at the tavern.
It's just heads or tails whether he's at the tavern.
Yeah.
What's the? When would we go? Like, when would we be there if we went there as fast as we could?
You would get there during the daytime. As the day started, you would get to the Auchindoun.
I don't see any reason to delay.
I don't either. I don't have anything crafty in my brain, but maybe I'm not thinking outside of the box.
I just need to know as to whether you're going to die or not. That's all.
Wow.
Fair.
No, it's not that. It is not that close. It does help me know
Where's the
where
mimic
the
this
wolf is
time?
compared to you. But that's the only reason I need time of day is to know where it would be headed. That's all. But you get to the Auchindoun. It's daytime. The
Oh, no, we
streets
failed.
have people in them. The performer. Well, let's go to the. Let's just just load up the scene. The streets are clean. You know that. Clean up the streets. Good job. No more drugs.
Yes.
Congrats. Everyone does seem to notice you. It is activated. I know some people are having a hard time loading. There you go. Get better internet. Got him. But yeah, you are here. You are at the tavern at the moment, kind of looking around. You know the Dwindling Mage to the southeast. There are people wandering the streets. People do notice you and they say hello, and they ask you. People come up and they're like, "How's your mother doing? We heard the news. Who would have thought? The leader of the Church of Sacred Fate, bad guy."
I know.
It's just a
Who
random.
can you trust?
This is a random
worst.
passerby. I know.
You can't trust anyone these days.
It's true. Are you okay? Is your mother okay?
She's fine. She's doing good. She's doing well.
That's
Some
good.
say too good.
That seems
I
strange.
don't think anyone said that.
Better
I bet
than
you
she
Malroon
was
said-
before she
I bet
was
you Malroon
stabbed.
says too good.
Well, no one that we
Oh,
care
right.
about said that.
That's fair. You're a nihilist. You don't know what... That's always
Okay.
true.
Well, it's good to hear. I'll make sure to pass the word along to everyone. She's doing good. Thank you very much. In the back.
Who's this guy?
He's just a random person in the streets.
Attack him.
He looks very angry.
People are allowed to be angry and not get attacked. I don't understand why. Anger means terrible things.
He looks menacing.
As you
okay?
make your way whee,
Oh gosh.
over to
God, right through the tree.
right through the tree. Dude, this is where the dwindling mage is. This building.
Oh, this is Ripple's girlfriend.
What?
Books. Is there a door here? There we go.
I think they just said Books was your girlfriend.
No, Ripple was flirting with her.
No.
They were.
studying.
Is that-
I've never been here.
That's not
It's
a
true.
euphemism for anything.
Hmm.
Well, hello.
More like euphemism.
Now you can't click on your character without clicking the door.
There is no worse punishment.
Welcome back. How's everyone doing?
Ranged. How are you?
I'm good. How's the family? How's everyone after
Better.
everything?
Alive.
Better.
Good.
Better. Mother
Alive
said
and better
you,
is good.
Mother said you could possibly be of assistance in tracking something down or helping us track something down.
I
What-
am good with magic. Yes. What are we talking about exactly?
What the hell is his name? Maldoon?
Malhoun.
Malhoun teleported out of the council chamber not a fortnight ago.
That's what I
After
do.
stabbing our mother, and we were wondering if we could get a bead on where he went.
Do you have anything that he owned?
We have this dagger he stabbed Mom with that he won't unattune from.
That's
That works.
interesting. That works. That definitely 100% works.
It sounds like we
Um,
couldn't have brought you a better thing.
What's interesting is that he hasn't unattuned to it, which is great
Well-
for us. It'll make it easier to potentially track.
Well, I presume he doesn't want to unattune from it because he didn't want the weird poison effect to stop kicking in, but he probably doesn't know that we cured it by now.
Probably.
Or he doesn't want us to have a cool dagger. One of the two. Why not both?
Pick
Well,
one.
that sounds like a real dick move to me, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd be the
Doesn't
worst.
want you to have a cool dagger.
Probably the worst thing he's ever done, huh, guys?
Yeah, we'll, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, we'll probably.
Daggers curse
No!
there's the wolf.
No, he stabbed our mother. No.
But like, think about it. It'd be epic if we could stab him back with that dagger.
Or his
It would be.
That would
mother.
be epic. That would be epic.
But
I
we
don't know if
can't, so he's
Malhoun's
a
mother's
dick.
alive.
No,
I'm gonna
not
make
his
sure
mother,
you
him.
I'm gonna make sure to bring that up next time we see him. I'll hurt his feelings the same way he hurt our mother.
Your mother's dead and ours still alive. Take that.
No, I meant him, not his mother.
No, but no.
I did
Rufus
say
said
that,
and
yeah.
his mother.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going off. We'll stab his mother next.
Okay, in
I
that case, I'm on board.
I want him to feel how we felt.
Yeah, give me a little bit of time and I will be able to do that. Let's close some shades real quick. Light does interfere slightly.
Look over at Brixham and I'm like, theoretically, if we could find something that belonged to Malhoun's mom, maybe we could track her.
Why didn't that? Light restriction. Normal. Update wall.
Locate
Those
object.
are weird things to say.
That's fine.
Is that the tracking spells?
Locator, befriend her over a couple years, and then
Site
stab her in the back.
restricted. Object.
Yeah, we'll help her bake apple pies one weekend, and then the next weekend, oh.
What does the Garmin GPS say?
we'll help her watch her grandkids grow old.
And as she goes over and magically closes the blind, and then goes and sits at this table. She's like, you can stand across if you want. The spell gets a little bit exaggerated, though, enough if you want to maybe move.
You come on,
Not
man. Way
behind.
to stand in the one square that you shouldn't.
No, I just
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're always
don't
in the
have to
way.
go to the
Oh
corner.
God.
you don't have to go to the corner. I just don't want.
I'm so sorry.
There's a chair right over there. You can sit in if you'd like.
Okay.
Anam, you're banished to the masturbatorium.
Wait.
Wait. We should have asked for one of those in Heroes Respite, shouldn't we?
Julie.
I don't want a brothers only hotel that has a masturbatorium.
So she starts to do a ritual, and it does get a little. The hand movements get a little exaggerated, and she does walk around the table a couple times, nudges some people out of the way a little bit.
Can I study this to learn how to do it later?
You can try an Arcana check.
If I was not in the
Or
basement
at least-
doing laundry, I definitely would.
You could try with. Well, then I guess you can't study it.
I'm coming.
And it would be like to start learning it.
1.
Yeah.
If you succeeded on this
in your
check,
hands.
you would be able to over time like study what you remember and that kind of stuff and eventually get it. So yeah, you definitely can pick up the gist of the beginning. So over time you'll be able to actually learn how to locate people with it's like a more in-depth locate object. It's not like you're just doing the regular spell. It allows you to more pinpoint
Like locate left nut.
and also for longer distances. No. And it lets you do is locate more so the origin of the object. Not where it is, because you know where the object is.
Gotcha.
Okay. And after a period of time of going around the table, she stops where she started. The statue in the back that was holding a glowing orb glows brightly and then dims. And a few lights go out. And she just kind of looks around and... Would you like the good news or the bad news?
Which has more context once we receive it?
I knock a bow. Where is he?
Like, I don't want you to tell us that our elephant died, and then we're like, what elephant?
And then tell us we got an elephant.
Well, I mean,
Give us the good news first.
the good news is I was able
I
to
say from
locate where
around the
this
corner.
where this originated. It was successful.
What's the bad news?
That's not really good. I mean, it's okay news.
You can't afford the
It-
service.
It'll be $100 if you want me to tell you.
Originated from the Eastern Dark Zone.
Is that the bad news too?
That's the bad news. The good news is that I was able to find it.
Oh, I don't think that's too bad news. I mean,
Yeah.
Worse news that I
Oh, that-
forgot to leave out.
ah,
If you would like to pinpoint it more directly, you would have to find a wizard hunter in the Chantry.
we have wizard hunters in the Chantry?
You know the Chantry is the safe zone that is like anti-magic.
I don't want to go there.
So I can give you a vague idea in the dark zone of where it is.
I straight up don't trust Ripple to go there and not be like, check out my mage hand.
Or you can go to the chantry.
I'm not
It's up to
going. I'm not going to the chantry until I'm strong enough to learn fireball.
You shouldn't go to the chantry and choose to do any magic.
Oh no! I'm not saying I would fireball there. I just wouldn't go unless I was able to fireball.
You're gonna need more firepower than that if you get caught.
This is why I don't want to go. If
Honestly,
you're saying I shouldn't be caught when I have fireball, then I definitely shouldn't go before I have fireball. It's
Well,
the same, but weaker.
Sounds
It's
like
the
we
safer
know where we're
option.
going next, guys.
I do know someone that might be able to suppress your magic if you were able to keep it suppressed, but
I
still
think the
risky.
robe and the staff also might give it away, and everything else I know how to do, and maybe the rape and the lying.
He's a
True.
professional, but like I said, if you don't want to go that way, I can give you a vague idea of where it is in the dark zone.
I think the vague idea is good enough.
Okay. And she writes on the map. I'll update the map
It just says
before we play next
northish.
time. No, it's east, so it's pretty much due east.
Oh.
It's the eastern dark zone, so it goes over a couple zones and you're there. But it's like a few squares out.
Do the people who hate magic users get bored in this universe where there's barely any magic users?
No,
How do you think
there's
it got
enough.
that way?
There's enough magic users that they don't get bored. They're actually just happy that they don't have to deal with the less that exist. They're happier. Any witch hunter or any wizard hunter I've ever heard of would just be happy if they didn't have to do that.
They don't have to.
Never mind, they do.
The choosing to do that.
Not a choice to them, as far as they're concerned. To you and me, they're terrible people. And yes, they have the choice. But if you would like to go to there is a small contingent of Belmonts in the red zone to the east, due east, that I would check in with before you go into the dark zone.
Do we know where
I've
that
been
is?
trying to go visit the Belmonts this whole time. This is perfect. Nah, you wouldn't know that. I'm just keep in other
No, I know.
conversations about where we go. I keep mentioning going to the Belmonts. You're great. You're doing just fine.
Thank you.
So, oh, sorry.
No.
Oh, you're dead.
So it's due east of where you are. So if you go
Roll
over
for
2 tiles
initiative.
of neutral zone and then red zone, it would be in the red zone, right along the line to the dark zone. There's a Belmont encampment, or a couple of them. If you're looking at the map. I also need to update your map because the northern zone where the Vermintide came through is no longer... It is now going back towards trying to be neutral zone. It's gotten better. And the safe zone that was demoted to neutral was actually brought back to a safe zone. Good things happened over the last year.
Huzzah.
Doubtful. Oh.
Well, not to you, but good things in general.
Everyone else, good things happen. No one believes you that nothing good happened to you. That's how many good things happened to the rest of
Damn.
it.
Being gaslit by the world.
Yeah. And your time was legit shit. It's just no one else believes it. We got extra good because you didn't get any.
And I mean, make sure to take some stops along the way. I don't know much of the eastern neutral zones, but there'll be towns. Please don't just charge straight into the. Don't just charge right into the dark zone. I know this is the person that almost killed your mother, but take your time.
In another timeline, he did.
Did you guys all talk on a two-way radio or something like that? I feel like everybody keeps saying that.
What?
Everybody,
Take your time.
everybody unprompted keep saying, take your time, don't charge right over there.
Well, one of them was about the wolf.
I think they don't want us to die.
It's just perilous, and we don't want to.
What do you mean we? See?
The town. You've done
Man, do we just
Great
look like a bunch
things.
of bloodthirsty?
No, you've done great things, but you are young adults who just watched their mother almost die, even though you said
We
you
did,
watched
actually.
her die. I
Unless they
still
forget
don't
for around
fully
the corner.
understand that,
She
but
was dead.
What do you know
time
about
travel.
what do you know about a Chronos wolf?
I don't know much because I've written it off as a fairy tale, but apparently,
one?
what you're saying is real. I do not. As far as I know, the little bit I know is only you can see and fight it.
Well, that's good news.
So I wouldn't even be able to see it.
I was wondering if I'd be able to monetize
you
that.
won't
Like, come
believe
meet the
this.
Chrono Wolf, but it sounds like not.
You cannot monetize the life-threatening fairy tale that is coming after you.
Man,
We
that
could
makes it sound even less believable
Yeah,
now
when
when
you
you
say
say
it
it that way.
You've done a lot. We appreciate what you did with the Vermintide. We appreciate what you did with getting the drugs off the streets here. You are well known and appreciated, and like I said, you're young adults that watched your mother almost die and then apparently also die, but then come back. I still don't fully understand that because time travel shouldn't be a thing that doesn't exist in this world.
Neither should the Chrono Wolf.
Exactly. So here we are. But we just want to make sure that you don't let that anger potentially get to you. That's all. We want you to be safe, but we also know that
we'll take it out on the Chrono Wolf if we get angry. Don't.
that works. You'll probably need it. I like I said, I don't know. But that's the only reason we've been. As a group, you've probably heard many times the people around you just tell you to be careful.
Yeah, it's probably the most consistent thing we've been told.
Your mother, when she first came over here, was great to everyone, and then when you all were adopted, we were all very happy that she was able, her and Roger was able to have a great family, and the hope was originally, as far as we know, to stay here and to live a good life. And it's sad to see that certain circumstances mean you can come back afterwards, of course, but you have a difficult road ahead of you.
Oh. Well then.
We care.
Yeah. Suddenly my mortality feels a bit more real.
Did your mother ever tell you
I don't know why it didn't before.
about
Well, it's different
when
when
she
it's
first-
random strangers telling you that you're gonna die versus your parents who have been overprotective of you your whole life.
I've known your mother for a little bit of time, well, on and off since she first came here. Did she ever tell you the tale of when she first arrived, or when the end time happened, where she was? She hasn't, by the way. I'm just going to answer that for you.
Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, I don't think
I'm not
so.
sure.
And at that moment, everyone sees vividly, as if it was a memory. You look like you are kind of looking outside of a scene. You see a large Draenei in full paladin armor being chased by a giant Tyrannid. And this Draenei stops, turns around to protect this small Draenei girl behind her in an alleyway. Fires everywhere, screaming happening. And as the Tyrannid starts bearing down, out of a building, 5 adventurers stumble out and help the Draenei kill the Tyrannid as the Draenei's light slowly fades away.
Isn't that what we did?
Yes.
I was gonna
Oh
say
my
that
god, that's us.
Well, no.
We did that.
I thought you were waiting
the player.
outside.
No, I'm just around the corner.
Oh, I can't see you.
I know.
I can barely. Horns are peeking out.
It skips forward a few, actually a pretty decent amount of time. Now your mother is an adult, and you see her actually in full paladin armor, talking to this person, and you get a small conversation between them. The older Draenei was talking about that he had heard of he'd heard news. His brother has been lost somewhere in the everything that had happened, and he always used to talk him up. And at some point, Uriel kind of got an idea. I'm going to go find him, if at all possible. And the main lead is that he was over on the other side of the Scar of Darkness, in one of the safe zones. And then you hear her say, I will find Malhoun for you and give you that message. And then the memory's gone. Now you know why she went across the Scar of Darkness.
Wait.
What?
What?
They went to the Scar.
They went across the Scar. She was on the left-hand side. All these memories are in Avirath. And the older Draenei that protected Uriel was Malhoun's brother. That's why Uriel went across the Scar. Was to find Malhoun and deliver a message.
I'm lost again.
Yeah.
What are you lost? What have we got?
Start
Talk
from
to
the
me.
beginning again. Just redo it now that I know the
So-
end. It's like a
so-
Tarantino film.
Are we talking about the beginning where you guys saved? You understand
Just-
that your
just
old
read it.
party,
Yeah,
your old
so-
party
Session-
saved your.
Session
So-
0.
So essentially, your mother,
Mhm.
the person that the paladin in session 0, or the paladin in the one shot that
Yep.
lost its powers, saving your mother and helped with as you saved her as well, is Malhoun's brother. He didn't know where Malhoun was, but he always wanted to find him. And growing up, Uriel heard a lot of stories about Malhoun. So at some point, they got word that Malhoun was in a safe zone across the Scar of Darkness. And Uriel
Gotcha.
pledged to go across the Scar to find him.
Gotcha. And it turns out he's a dick.
It turns out he's a terrible person. But that's the reason that... Because there is, like... someone had said something that they didn't fully know also why Malhoun was such friends with the family at first, other than just or just Uriel in general.
Yeah,
But that's that's kind of the
They had a
last piece.
fundamental. They had a fundamental friendship.
Yeah,
Okay, now I get it.
because there was also the question is why would Malhoun do anything to save Roger
Yes.
from the Space Marines? But that's the last piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
And then you all come to.
Sorry, we all collectively passed out. We as brothers sometimes share memories that aren't ours.
Family.
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 We don't know if it's related to the
Family.
chanting or not, to be
Family.
honest, but family.
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 Family. Family.
This is great. But
Family.
fascinating.
You want to.
I'm not your. We're,
Family.
I
We should
know your
probably be
mother.
put down.
I'm not your family.
Family could be anybody.
Family.
They just have to be family.
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 I know that family doesn't have to mean blood relatives.
Family.
Family. Well, look at all of us.
I'm not.
Just a
I
bunch
am
of
not.
family.
I'm not
Anywho,
going to
before
chant.
we make you any more uncomfortable, thanks for the help.
You're
We're
welcome.
We're gonna go find some Belmonts. And remember, don't open the door for a wolf.
You said what exactly happened while you just stared into the nothingness before I told you what happened with your mother when you came
it
here?
was a group family memory. We have them all the time, except none of us were there for the memory, so it's odd we're having them, especially together.
That's fascinating.
That's
Flash
been.
forward back.
Can you make notes and send them back to me when it happens?
It's very traumatizing.
About the memories, or about the
Everything.
about how they happen.
Everything.
These are things we should be sharing yet.
Look, okay, so like, what if you give me the outline? I'm just fascinated. I've never heard of this before.
We just see the different timelines surrounding our parents, and the decisions they've made to how they got here.
It's even
Well, family
stranger when you
stuff.
realize that none of us are blood relatives at all.
We saw
Even-
That's the
We
thing.
saw Malhoun's brother and the sacrifice he gave earlier.
That's what I was
Later.
going to say.
How early was that? When did that happen?
That was at the start of the end of times, like 200 years ago. Jerry and I live a while.
So it was just but a trifle ago.
This is the start of the end of time.
Yes, the start of the end of time, which therefore it makes sense that it doesn't make sense. It's the end of time.
Exactly.
Time is still going on, so exactly.
Why
how
did we
can
stop
time-
chanting?
Jam.
Family.
You can all leave. Actually, you know what? That's still fascinating, but I'm a little creeped out. Maybe it is something to do with the chant. Any notes you feel comfortable on sending me, please. I would like to maybe help you. Is there a way to control it? I don't know. I'd love to help.
Before I agree
passed
to
her a
that,
note.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
Sure. And what did you say, Bergson?
On what?
I passed her a note.
Does it say
Oh,
family?
what?
The note says
It-
family.
She's confused. She does seem legit. She's not like you. She doesn't seem like she's trying to do anything nefarious. That's
All
what
right,
you were
I
trying to
take out
say.
my
Like,
calligrapher's supplies, and I write down
I
the
go to
two,
sleep.
the two shared dream incidents
You're
that
right.
we had.
it's a comfy chair.
But I also leave out anything that mentions that our dad is the space marine.
Sure.
It takes me nearly as long as Ripple writing everything up, but I write down Ripple's address and pass it to her.
It's our address, you fool! We all live there.
Joke's on you. He sleeps in the field.
Wait,
Heroes
man, before you-
despite the R specs.
The funny part is though, I just wrote like big house, hill, Ripple lives here.
Tree house in the sky, but not
Drew
really
an
the
arrow
sky.
to like not even square drawn window.
She looks confused, but focuses more on the notes about what is happening to you guys as far as memories. And she just says, "Yeah, and thank you very much. I will make sure to think on this, cross-reference it with anything I've read, and anything else. Whenever it happens, feel free to let me know. This seems like it could be an advantage. I mean, imagine if you can just see memories of things, and if you focus hard enough or if certain events happen, you might be able to even see memories of other people. Or it could be tied because you're not blood relatives.
To our knowledge, no.
There's been history of potential things happening with magic and blood relatives and seeing each other's memories, but this has never happened before as far as I know.
Maybe
It's
it's
neat to
true.
experience a new thing.
What they say about if you chant family enough, you'll just become family.
I don't
Family.
think that's it.
Family.
You may
become-
leave now.
We become blood related.
Then
because of our
explain us.
commitment.
Walk out chanting family.
Where
Family.
did you find this
Family.
chair?
Family.
Can I buy one someplace?
Family.
It was at
Put it up
Gabo.
A couple times, give some more thumbs up.
Gabos used to do upholstery and chairs as well. Now he just does metal roofing, but
No.
you can ask him.
Take that back. He doesn't just do metal roofing. He makes the best goddamn metal roofing around.
He's a metal
You're
roof
right.
artist.
No.
You.
No, you're right.
My character did not yell that. I'm sorry. I just can't help myself.
Please forgive them.
Help!
You
I'm
could ask
stuck
him. I'd
under
be able to
Kreezor.
special order it. You're stuck on Kreezor?
I'm stuck under Kreezor.
Okay.
I can use my arrow keys though.
Okay. So, you're headed to the east, just like the hobbits.
The family east.
And that's actually where we're gonna call it, because there were two very different possibilities for this story to go, so I only prepped a little bit into each one just in case.
So did we level?
Chrono Tiger.
It's a wolf.
You could try and fight the Chrono Tiger,
No.
Wolf.
It's a liger, actually, guys.
Yeah, wait, we should chant family at her. She thinks we're creeps now. Let's wait for the
Family.
Here, can we reset the room with the wolf and not do the family chanting next time?
What if we chant
can't-
family at the wolf?
We're just gonna re-zero it, okay, guys?
What if we fight the wolf for 20 straight days, and each morning after we've beaten the wolf, we go back to her shop and chant family?
I
Do
know.
you think after the 20th time there would be an echo? So anytime she hears the word family, she just goes, ah!
As far as I know about respawning after a checkpoint of death, none of it carries over.
Right, but the energy in the room would be so extreme at that
There's
point.
so much family.
So much family.
Maybe she'll just
She's
feel
just
like our
uncomfortable
family.
upon the sight of us at that point.
Oh,
She
I'm
never
not gonna
talks to her
help you
family
guys.
Family.
Maybe it's more like the Steins Gate kind of time travel, where it's just bad
can't-
for us in a different way every time.
I can't
Same
wait
person
until
dies
someone's
every
like,
fucking time.
Yeah.
I got a 1 on that check. Let's go fight the wolf.
Don't see a problem here. Oh man.
It sounded like I could have gotten a little bit more if I had gotten higher on that Arcana check. Let's go fight the wolf.
It's a poor man's luck point.
I think we could have snuck in a few extra families in that one. Let's go.
Family.
But I could have stolen 2 more
Nah.
points
That.
Sorry, guys. I laughed halfway through saying familia. Can we go back and begin?
On an earlier note, if you had attacked Malhoun, there was also a third possibility for this campaign. So I was prepared.
We tried.
No, if you had gotten an attack off.
Yeah, that would have been the end of
Three.
the campaign.
No,
No more campaign.
I will
On
say
to the next
no.
one.
On to the next one.
Malhoun hasn't seen me crit and then roll crit damage. We're doing exploding dice rolls, right?
We're not doing this one dice roll.
Why you're no fun.
I gave it to him, and now he knows, and now he's not going to give it to anyone.
I don't roll explode. My dice don't explode very often. I've actually been kind of sad recently.
Hey, it's not my
I just keep
fault
adding
you
more
can't.
though.
Yeah, it's going to get out of hand.
It's a ranger rogue fighter. It's a Gloomstalker ranger. It's a rogue. It's a fighter.
But I mean, there's also a chance you're going to fight Tiamat, so like it's going to all even out.
It works. It works.
Does it?
No.
The more dice.
When Tiamat explodes every dice twice.
It would barely do a small, tiny chunk of its health if it was full power.
What about a
would laugh.
paladin? What about a paladin rogue
I
fighter?
don't have the stats. I would have loved to do paladin. That's actually what I ran in Baldur's Gate. Was a paladin fighter. It was a ranger fighter paladin, I think. Right, Frank?
I think so, yeah.
And it was all in the first turn, but could one-shot a good amount of things. Or at least take a boss's health down below half in a single turn. It was like 100 plus damage.